there, I'm Jeremy Riden, the host of Raising Rainbow, the channel that's dedicated to raising the consciousness of the LGBTQ plus community. What about that rainbow flag? Why is it associated with gay pride? Where did it come from? What does it mean? As we get ready to go and celebrate Pride in the month of June in 2022, I thought I would take the next few episodes and do a little rainbow series where I explain to you that each of these colors behind me represents a different segment, a different part of the LGBTQ plus community. And even if you're not gay, you can still take the colors of the rainbow to enlighten your consciousness, to align your purpose with the cosmos, to live your very best life. All of these colors have a purpose. Everything in life has a purpose. You have a purpose. Let me just take a second to read something on the history so I get this right. It says this: in 1978, Gilbert Baker, an openly gay artist, was commissioned by Harvey Milk, the first openly gay elected official, to come up with a symbol to rally the gay people, something that gay people could be very proud of. And Gilbert came up with the rainbow flag as living your truth authentically and being proud of who you are. And since 1978, that rainbow flag has been the anthem. It has been that motto. It's been the symbol. Whether you're driving and you see stores that have the gay flag, you know they're gay friendly, or GBTQ plus, all the alphabet. The people, they're open-minded. They're open, friendly, loving people, businesses. And so it's a very powerful flag that you're safe when you see these colors in that window or in those churches. God bless the churches or the mosque or the institution that realize that God is love, that the universe is love, and that every color, every variation of humanity is something that should be celebrated and praised. So with that being said, I wanted to just focus on the color red today. The color red in the rainbow flag, and how this can enliven your life. How by living the colors of red and the colors in the flag, how it can energize you, encourage you, and cause you to have more impact in your life. Here at Raising Rainbow, we want you to live your best life, your fullest life. We want you to have a great journey on this earth while you're here. And to do that, you need to have a little red in your life. Now, the red in the rainbow flag was a representation of actually life itself, right? So when we think of red, right, there's the blood that's in our body and our heart beats and it's red. And so when we were looking at the flag, Gilbert said red represented life, and that for people to have true life, real life, they got to be open about who they are. They got to be authentic. So with Raising Rainbow, what I want to talk about is also the other things that red represents. Red represents love, right? When we're Valentine's Day, Cupid Day, we got the color red, right? We're sending red roses to the person that we love. I'm sending you red roses today because no life is really that great if it doesn't have love. And you got to start with loving yourself. Like RuPaul says in the Drag Race, if you can't love yourself, who else is going to be able to love you? That's me paraphrasing. But what I'm saying, and what he says, and so many have said before him, is that self-love is the greatest love, because you have to have an energy of love to be open to see the blessings of this life, to be open to connect with another without being so defensive. You know, a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community, in the rainbow family, a lot of them have been so rejected in life that they themselves reject themselves. They hate themselves. And Raising Rainbow, we realize you cannot raise your life to a higher level of living by hating yourself. Even if there's something you want to change within you, you got to start where you're at by accepting yourself fully. And that's what's really funny. We always want to change things, and we try, and it just seems hard. But the moment, I don't want to say you give up, but the moment you just start accepting who you are, whether it's overweight or whether it's financially insecure or whatever the negative is, it's not hard to accept our positives, but sometimes it's hard to accept our challenges. We all have challenges. You need to love yourself during your challenge. You need to love yourself during your hard times. You need to love yourself, period. And so that very first color, red, is, love. Love is what we've been saying over and over again. Love yourself, love people, love life. And you're not going to love life if you don't have some passion. Red, a lot of times, it represents passion. And we got to be passionate about creating our best lives. We got to be passionate about making a difference in the world. If you're feeling dull, if you're feeling bored, if you're feeling just blah, you need to wake up to your passion. Part of raising the rainbow is telling everyone in the rainbow family is follow your passion. What makes you excited? What makes you happy? There are so many people out there that could be living such better lives, but they're living beneath their potential. They're living underneath their ability because they're not pursuing the things that sets their hearts on fire, right? Fire. Red represents fire. We need to get passion. We look in the politics. Nothing changes unless there were people that were passionate about changes. The Stonewall riot, enough was enough. He said, I'm fed up. And they begin to riot. Why? Because they were being attacked and persecuted and their lives were in danger and they stood up. Red represents anger. Now, we want to be in a vibration of love, but sometimes anger serves a purpose. Sometimes you got to be angry enough to say, no, I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to live a dull life. I'm not going to live a boring life. I'm not going to live the life that someone else has set out for me. I'm fed up trying to make everyone else happy. I'm going to love myself enough to go after my passion. I'm going to love myself enough to live my life. You're not here to live your dad's life. You're not here to live your ancestors' life. You're not here to even live your higher being God life. God, the universe put you here for you to live your life. But the problem is most people don't know what they're passionate about. Most people don't even, we've been so conditioned to just do what is acceptable, what people think is safe or what is normal. But you know what? There are so many visionaries. There are so many musicians and inspirers and muses within the community. Have you ever understand that? That within the rainbow family, a lot of the artistic and the beautiful and the geniuses and the breakthroughs were people that were part of the rainbow family. And so I want to tell you, don't let yourself not let your genius shine. Everyone's got a genius. Everyone has got a genie in them that produces magic. That genie is what inspires you. Whether it's music, writing, teaching, making money, making businesses, making deals. Do what you're passionate about. Well, how do I know what I'm passionate about? Well, a lot of times, not a lot of times, it gets you excited. Red is excitement. Excitement. What can you talk about easily? What do you enjoy talking about? What do you read about? What are the things that maybe you stop talking about it for a while or reading about it, but you keep going back to it and back to it? Those things that you keep going back to are innate in you. They're your calling. They are inside of you for a reason. And you keep going back to it because it's part of your nature. You can't change your nature that is part of your core being. That's like people trying to say, stop being gay, stop being bisexual. We don't need to stop anything. We need to be passionate for stuff. Passionate for life. That's what red represents. It represents life. And so I want to ask you, what are you passionate about? What gets you excited? What are you loving? Remember, red is love. And part of the message in the rainbow community is that it is not only okay for you to love who you are connected to, but it is divine. You're divinely inspired to love the people you do. You are divinely inspired to connect with the people you connect with. Your love is something that should be celebrated. Yay, we're so right. What is the model, that rainbow flag, gay pride? Gay pride says we take pride in love. We take pride in being passionate about the people we care about. You should never, ever be ashamed that you're attracted to somebody or that you think someone is kind or loving or you feel connected. We are drawn to the people we're drawn to because there's a chemistry in spirit. And so I want you to allow yourself, go on that date. Maybe you're part of the rainbow family and you have not even had your first same-sex date. but you know that that's something that makes you feel, that's what you like. That's what gets your heart excited. Go on that date in 2022. Ask that girl out. Ask that guy out. If you're passionate about doing something, anything. It's not just your sexuality, but your spirituality. It's your intellectuality. It's all these different things. Begin to say, I want to feel alive. And if you're not feeling alive, it's because you have stopped chasing after something. Because in this life, believe it or not, we need to chase after something. We do need goals. We are love. We are okay. We are safe in a very spiritual sense. But on this planet, there has been, red represents a lot of times that drive. And it's okay for you to want to chase after your goals, to go after something. And if you don't feel like chasing after anything, and it could be because you're tired or you're burnt out or you're not just listening to your heart. You're not listening to your heart because you're living everybody else's life and everybody else's lie. Don't lie to yourself. Listen to your heart. If you got a hobby that you want to do and everyone else thinks it's corny, I don't care. Go do that hobby. Why? Because red represents you got this life to live fully, and you cannot live it fully if you're not doing the things that you care about, that make you happy, that make you excited. Red represents sharing love. So as we get ready to go into Pride, remember this. You need to share your love. Share your love with your family and friends. Share your love with your stranger on the road. It doesn't matter. This world is only going to raise up into higher consciousness in a more loving vibration, kind vibration, compassionate vibration, is if people get passionate about being kind, passionate about being loving, passionate about being forgiving, passionate about the essence of our spirit. Compassion is what? It's love in action. Compassion is love in action. If you're not feeling very compassionate, then you need to do some kind of action in love. Whether that's feeding the poor, giving clothes to one of the shelters, doing something to help others will make you feel love for yourself. That's a spiritual principle. If you're not feeling very loving, like, oh, nobody loves me, I'll never get a boyfriend or I'll never get a wife, or no. Get out of that energy and get passionate about blessing those less fortunate than you or helping other people. And that, even if it's not a romantic love, that friendship love, that humanitarian love, that kind, friendly love, it's a starting base of putting you in a vibration of love that'll make you feel more excited about life, more happy about life. And people like being around people that have a good energy. People like being around people that are interested in the things they're talking about. And so if you're not talking about things that are interesting to you, you're not going to be that very interesting to others. And so get out there, start getting in some vibration of love, whether kindness, whether gentleness, whether giving. Do something to open up that heart space. Red represents the heart. We got to open up our heart. Don't let the pain of the past close your heart in the present. You cannot have any future blessing if your present heart is closed. You got to open that heart, no matter how painful the past is or even the present. Don't let your heart shut. Right? What happens when the heart gets constricted? There's a heart attack. People die. You may be breathing, but you may be dead emotionally because the pain has hurt your heart and you shut it off. The flag represents flying that rainbow, says, allow your heart to be open. Be brave. It was brave back in 1978 for people to come out and say, I'm going to love who I'm going to love. It was brave even before that. It's brave today in many countries, maybe over 69, 70 countries that will kill you if you're saying gender loving. But there are brave people that said, my love is greater than my fear. And I'm going to honor my love, trust my love, live in my love. Many had died for their love, but really dying for their love probably gave them a better life than living a long, long life without no love. What do you love? Go show some love. Remember to always raise the rainbow. See you next time.